Hey guys, LuLaRoni Show Ray here.
And I am Corinne Michelle. I forgot for a minute.
Who am I? Guys, if you like and we're the Lula Babes.
Lula Babes.
Yeah, and if you like this video, like it. If you have questions, please comment. We'll answer.
Yeah, and share with your friends if you can, and visit our websites. Mine is lulaforce.com.
And I'm luladeluminators.com. And today, guys, we're going to talk about something that's really, really sensitive. It's really important, but
really relevant to you guys.
And this affects you in your normal life. This affects you whether you're onboarded, whether you're QB, whether you've been a consultant for 4
Just
years.
In your life.
3 years.
In your general life, this affects you.
The comparison trap, guys. Let's talk about the comparison trap. And
it's a trap.
And
it
is. And looking at other people and seeing their success and feeling bad about yourself and all that stuff. So the biggest thing is, in my opinion, is you have to remember to be happy for everyone. Okay, it's so hard, but sometimes you just have to be happy for everyone and that they found that success. And you're gonna have times where, like, you might sponsor a girl and she might be having better sales than you, or her team might grow faster than yours, and you have to just be happy for her and her success, or his success, because honestly, that's the biggest thing. That's the Lula culture, is that we love everyone and we're happy for everyone.
And what you have to consider is that nobody's journey is your own. Your own journey is your own journey, and everybody's in different places in their lives. Everybody has just like a different situation than you may have, and so you have to think about that. Some people are moms, some people aren't. Some people work a whole nother full-time job, some people don't. So I think it just really is important to focus on you and focus on what you could do better and what will lift you up, and not focus on what everybody else is doing.
Absolutely. And so one thing about me and Corinne is that we're very different in our businesses. We have a lot of similarities in like how we like to run things, but where we are actually in our businesses is very different. And I have no doubt that we'll both end up at the same goal. It might just take us different times, and that's totally okay. And the beauty is that we're still friends. We still collaborate and do fun things together, and we don't let that hurt our friendship or our sisterhood. Like, we can still love each other and be friends and still support each other and be happy for each other's successes without the strain of being like, oh man.
I know. Well, I think you have to kind of find your niche too. Like, Michelle obviously is an amazing on Periscope. Like, she's so awesome to watch, and so a lot of her business has been on Periscope. I have done a lot of in-home sales, Facebook parties and things like that. So I think our businesses are really different. But like, we both can see like each other's strengths. And I think that's kind of what you have to do. You have to find like what you're good at.
Right.
I can't stress that enough. Like, her strengths are not my strengths, and it's going to be like that with any other consultants that you see. You're all going to have your own strengths, and I promise that there's going to be something that you're good at that nobody else is. So I think the key to that is finding what you're good at and really like pushing that to the surface.
Right. And honestly, you have to remember that you don't know what's going on in these other people's lives either. So you might be looking at this person with envy because they cruise qualified. But you don't know what sacrifices they made to get there. You don't know, maybe their husband lost their job, and so they had to push. And they needed those sales to survive, or they needed those sales to put food on their table, and that's why they pushed. So you just have to remember, it's true, what she said. Everyone's life is completely different. Like, no one gets to the same point at the same speed. It's all different, and that's totally fine, and I think that we can still support each other and live Lula culture, which is amazing, and we all do. We share each other's Periscopes and share each other's groups and all that kind of stuff. Right, buy retail from each other, like, goodness. And that's the amazing thing, is that we can all do that and support and love each other.
And I think that is the most important thing, is to just realize that your journey is your own. Focus on yourself. Focus on like things you can do better. I love looking at other consultants and seeing what works for them and kind of seeing how they've been successful. I think that's really helpful. So instead of saying like, oh my gosh, their Instagram is amazing, their sales are amazing,
so
I'm like, okay, what can I do?
Yes,
how can I like turn that into something for me? And so I'm like, okay, I have found what works for me and what's good for me through them. And so I think it's good to kind of look and see other people are doing, but not let yourself fall down into that comparing.
I totally agree. I mean, I'm totally the same. Like, if I see someone who has higher sales than me, I don't go, oh man, that sucks, like they're so much better than me. I go, okay, bring it on.
Totally. Or I can do that. I can do
it. If they can do it, I can do it. And that's what it boils down to, guys, is just know that you can do it. It might be different, it might be your own pace, but you can do it. Don't compare. Literal love.
Be yourself always.
Always. Genuine goes a long way. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I want to talk another video about that whole thing. So look out for that, because you guys are awesome, and there's people just like you who are going to love you for you. So be yourself and don't compare yourself to anybody else.
And then that's it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Like our video, comment on if you have questions.
And share if you can, and visit our websites, mindsluluforce.com.
And Lulu's Illuminators.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye.